Welcome to the Harness How-To Guide for our new template library. Using Harness Smart Automation, you can reduce deployment scripting by 95%. For the other 5%, you can use our template library to reuse your existing scripts across deployment pipelines. For example, we've created a template library in the setup screen, and that allows you to basically manage all of your custom scripts that you want to reuse across your deployment pipelines in Harness. You can use folders to structure them, and you can split them. You can also add your own scripts. For example, we can give a new script called print environment. We can go and add an executable. We can select Bash or PowerShell, and we can put the command in there. And Harness will now index that particular script and make it available to us so we can use in our deployment pipelines. We can also do cool things. For example, we can also templatize HTTP or webhooks. So in this instance, we built a New Relic deployment marker by specifying the New Relic URL for the API, along with some kind of body JavaScript to register the event. And then we've got two variables for the application and the API key. So you can also do that with webhooks as well. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to our application. We're going to create a deployment workflow for our services, and you can see the environment development. And we're going to reference some of our templated scripts. So I'm going to build a workflow. We're going to do a basic deployment in our development environment for the Tomcat app using our Amazon infrastructure. And what we see here is that the template or the skeleton of our deployment workflow. And we can go ahead and you can see there's an install step. We can add a command and we can say from our template library, once we've deployed, I'm going to link the New Relic deployment marker script. And you can see here's the template of what we created earlier. And what I can do is I can inject the parameters. So I can inject the application name, and I can also inject our New Relic API key using the environment variables in Harness. So we're going to do the deployment. We're going to mark it in New Relic. And now what we're going to do is verify. And so I'm going to pick from the template library a simple HTTP ping. So I'm going to link it. And what we've got here is we're going to specify a URL and a response code or a status that we want to check from the response of the HTTP ping. And again, what's great about this is you've got your templates. You can inject the parameters specific to your deployment. We can now go ahead and add the New Relic verification so that Harness is going to actually understand the performance impact of the deployment. And that's our deployment workflow built with our custom scripts, as well as the out-of-the-box connectors that Harness has. So literally in a few minutes, it's really easy to reuse your existing scripts.